Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, Madam Joy. Good evening, Okudili. Good evening, Adaku. Good evening. Good evening, good evening. I've been here and I've been asking if anybody can hear me. Oh, Mr. Sunday. Sorry about that. I think there was a glitch somewhere. Thank you for joining. I am super excited to have you here. Kindly let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. Madam Adaku, I'm here now. Can you hear me? I think it was a glitch. It was a network issue. But can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Zbite. Thank you. Okay, let's get started right away. I think we are about 11 minutes late. Welcome. I am glad you reached out. You know, I I am not taking it for granted, and that is why I've decided to do this. Okay. Um, you may want to know why I am doing this for free. All right, I am doing this for free because we are in a time of how do I explain it? This is a time where everybody needs an escape route. All right. I started this business last year. I started it last year, and the reason is I was somehow in a box. All right. And when I mean a box, it doesn't mean that I was stuck or didn't know what to do. I knew what to do, but I needed something different. I am Mrs. Ruth Somachi. I'm a mother of 2 boys and an expectant mother. Okay. And I am the CEO of Somachi Bags. We make bags, any kind of bags, traveling bags, school bags, lunch bags. But the problem started last year because of the increase in materials. That was a challenge, not really a problem. It was a challenge. The increase in the price of materials. And then our clients were asking for later day, they were pushing their projects. Most of them were not willing to, increase the price. It was outrageous, and I didn't want to fold my arms. And being an expectant mother, I didn't want to, just sit at home doing nothing. And then I started thinking of what to do. How do I get myself busy? And that was when I now, found out about recycling. Although I've been hearing about it, but I didn't know how to go about it. And so I met one woman in my area. I stay in Lagos. I met one woman, they call her Madam China. She has people working for her. And then I reached out to her, I asked her, how do I go about this? That I'm interested in this business. And she charged me 30,000 naira for 3 days. It was a physical class. So I paid her and I went for three times. And she taught us how to source for material. What are those materials that are recyclable? So at the end of this class, you'll be learning those items that you can recycle. And these items are the items you use in your house. So instead of throwing them away, you can actually sell them and make money. And the reason why these things are recycled is because when you throw them away and they end up in the dump sites, when it rains, all right, sometimes some of those things are carried away into canals and they block those canals, and these things cause flood. And if they don't go into the canal, they sink into the ground. It doesn't decompose. Plastic does not decompose. Clothes, materials do not decompose. Nylon do not decompose, and they stay in the earth for years without adding any value to the ground or to the earth. Rather, they cause toxic. They cause toxic to the earth, and invariably we also inhale it. When you go to farm on those lands, those things are there, and those chemicals have mixed with the soil, and you farm on that land and you harvest and eat, it causes hazard. And so people came up with the after a lot of research, they come up with the idea that why are we causing harm to ourselves? We can actually use this to also make more materials or more products that will be useful. And that is what how they came up with these recycling ideas. Some of these materials are used to make tiles. They use it to make decorative walls, paintings and all of that. So we'll be looking at those materials that can be recycled. We'll be looking at how to identify them, the market for them, who are those people you can sell to, how much do you sell them, how do you start, with or without money, and then how do you position yourself on the online space and make money out of this thing. Now, I want to warn you, okay, if you are here and you are the lazy type, like I told you, I am an expectant mother. Like the picture I shared on the group, you see me at the site. I go out to source for materials. This business is not for a lazy person. It's a business you can do as a side hustle, and it's a business you can take serious and make money out of it. So I want to warn you, if you know you are not going to, you are the shy person, you don't want to get your hands dirty, and you are lazy, you can't go out, my dear, go and sleep. Go and take chilled water and sleep. Look for chilled juice and drink. Don't stress yourself. But if you are ready to do the work, all right, if you're ready to do the work, you're ready to get your hands dirty, you're ready to go and get it all out, my dear, this section is for you. And if you're that person, you say, I no get friends, I no sabi beg, I no sabi tell person something, go and sleep. Because in this business, you can't do it alone. You need people. And you also need to talk. You need communication skill. If you are the person that say, I'm shy, I'm introvert don't pay bills. Being an introvert cannot pay your bills. So I'm just trying to wet the ground and let you know what is in for you. But with that being said, I want to encourage you. If I can do this business, if other people can do it and they are succeeding, you can do it. All right, there's nothing much there to do. You just need to leverage. I'm going to tell you the strategies I use in setting up my own. So first things first, I said we're going to look at those items that we can recycle. Number one, we have this PET bottle. This is called PET bottle. Okay, aside being PET bottle, there are other things. Maybe before as you progress, you can now say, okay, you want to get the machine. There are machines for grinding. There are people who buy the grinded ones, and there are different types of grinded requests. There are some that will buy the grinded ones, and they will need it to be washed. They'll tell you washed grinded PETs, and the ones that are not washed. Okay, now in this PET bottle alone, you can sell just the container without the cover. Okay, without the cover. When we sort, we remove the nylon. Okay, we remove the nylon, we remove the cover. The cover is sold differently. The cover is sold differently. The nylon is also sold differently. The bottle is sold differently. Getting interesting, yeah? So, but there are some persons that buy them together. Okay? And then this takeaway plate, the plastic one, the white one, there are some that need colored. You can if you can source for this one, you can also say, okay, I want to be sourcing for takeaway plates, the cover and the main plate. Now, this recycling business has different areas. You need to tell yourself, this is the one I want to choose. Okay, you want to your niche, your area of interest, the one you want to where is the English now? What adjective? The one you want to focus on. Okay, we have the pet bottles, we have the takeaway plates, we have the nylon. Okay, bottled water nylon, drinks, soft drinks, the nylon they use in packing it. Yes, and then the nylon for Pampers, the big nylon they use in packing diaper, and then the nylon for, you see, any nylon that is what's it called, elastic in nature, okay, that has low density. Anyone that is elastic in nature, those are the ones that can be recycled. And then carton, okay, cartons also can be recycled. Paper, paper, paper can also be what, be recycled. Now, how do you source for these materials? Out of all these materials, you just decide to focus on one. I started with my partner, my friend. You know, I said I love the pet bottles. I want to focus on pet bottles and nylon. I focus on pet bottles and nylon. But my friend is interested in cartons. So she buys these cartons from the provision shops, provision stores. She goes there, buy them, and keep. So these pet bottles, by the time you are sourcing them, you are sourcing for them, and you are keeping them, all right, you weigh them in kilos. They buy it in kilos. Okay, they buy it in kilos. So you need to buy that weighing machine, weighing scale. Is not expensive. You can get it for 7,500, 8,000, 10,000, depending on your location. I'm not with my own here. Is at the site. I would have shown you. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and show you. Do a video of how you can scale. All right. So you scale, you weigh it, and then per kilo, per kg of this is sold for 180, 200 naira, depending on your area and depending on the demand. The demand in the market varies. Okay, there are sometimes the company would be willing to buy for 200 naira per kilo. Some are willing to buy 250 naira per kilo. But as at today, we sell 180 per kilo. All right. Now, for this nylon, the nylon is very expensive. This nylon is very expensive and high in demand. These two items are high in demand. They sell the nylon for 300, three for your location, even for 200 to the carton. Okay, 200, 250, and then, all right, man. hello. I hope. Sorry about the network. Oh, sorry. I had to change my network. I think Airtel was disturbing. I hope you can hear me now. I'm back. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. Can you hear me? So I was talking about the items that are high in demand. I said this nylon. Okay, this nylon is high in demand. The pet bottle, the pet bottle is high in demand, and even the takeaway plate. Okay, you can just be sourcing for, just start with one, or if you can source for everyone, all of them, you can source. Another thing you need is space. Okay, another thing you need is space. So if you have space, fine, you can decide to collaborate. That is where I talked about communication. You need to collaborate with people. If you know anyone who has space and is willing to allow you to keep those things in her place, you can go ahead. All right, you can go ahead. Now, what I do, how I get my own is I discuss with friends and family. Okay, I discuss with friends and family. Pure water sachet too. That sachet is also part of it. Okay, so I discuss with friends and family. Say, okay, see, these things, please stop throwing them away. Okay, I take sad baths and keep at their houses. Every 3 days, I send some children in my area to go and help me and recover those things from them. And now you can also work teenage boys, girls, right? Young children, they should pick those bottles for you. And then when you weigh it, you can give them 30 naira, 50 naira per kg. All right, you can give them 20 naira, 30 naira, 50 naira per kg. So I use those, I work with those teenagers, and they are very excited because they are making money. There are some who get those bottles for me and they make up to 1,000 naira in a day. All right, so they go out, get those bottles. All right, they go out and get those bottles. Now, another thing I want you to know is it depends on your clients. There are some persons that demand for the light blue. I don't have those other colors. They are the ones that demand for light blue. They are ones that demand for white, pure white. Okay, so you can be separating them. Okay, separating them differently. Now, the companies that demand for this, okay, they are companies that demand for this. And in your area, I heard some people in the group saying they are in Delta State, have not sold. It's because you have not made enquiries. It's because you have not asked. Now, there are these people that sell red oil and groundnut oil in my area. They also buy from us, the neat ones. Okay, they buy it from us. They buy a dozen of these small ones for 150, and they buy a dozen of the big one for 300, 350. So they buy the neat one, and then the companies that come to buy the other ones that are maybe that have been compressed, those ones are not as neat as the ones those red oil people buy. So you can start with those people who are selling oil in your area. Okay, those who sell kunu. I don't know the area you stay, but those people also come to buy. All right, you can start from them. But if you want to sell it big, come to the online space. I will drop some links, some Facebook group link. I will drop it, and then there are some apps you can download. All right, those apps you can, when you download it, you sign up, and then you put in your location. Once you have the required number, you let them know that you have this item for sale, and this is the number of kilo you have, they will come and pick up from you and buy, or you can deliver to them. All right. So I leverage on the online space. My clients are on the online space. All right. And then if you want to sell around, you need to go out and search. There are people who are doing this thing. You won't tell me that there's nobody who is interested in buying. Before you start this thing, before, there's nothing new on this earth. There's nothing new in this world. Whatever you want to do, there's somebody, there are people who are doing it very well. You need to go and find out who they are, where they are. You can pay them if possible. That was what I did when I wanted to start. I didn't just go and start sourcing for my pet bottles or waste product and start skipping. I had to go and meet the people that do it, or that are already doing it and are doing well. I went to go and meet them and I asked them questions. I paid to learn how to do the business. Okay, so whatever area you are, find out people who are doing it. Even the Aboki people, collaborate with them. There's a job site not far from my area. We go there if we have demand and our own is not as much as required. We'll go to those Aboki people and negotiate with them. We'll buy cheaper from them and add to the one we have. But if you don't have money to start small. Start working with those children. Work with people. Go to houses. Tell them what you need. Tell them what you need. Friends and family, they will help you to be keeping it. Instead of them throwing it away. Pure water sachet, they can be keeping it for you. Pet bottles, mods can, aluminium too. Tomatoes, tomato can, milk tin, all those tin, malt tin, can malt. All those ones you can also be keeping them, keeping them too. So about selling, I said I was going to share with you how you can sell on the online space. All right. If you don't talk about it, nobody will know. You need to start talking about it. Do your research. Start creating content. If you are not following me on Facebook, you can go and follow me on Facebook. I'll drop my link to my profile. Follow me. Search. Go through my timeline. All my clients are on the online space. You can't be ashamed of what you are doing. All right. You need to talk about what you are doing. Create content. I've not really talked about recycling on my Facebook timeline, even on my WhatsApp. I've not talked about it, but offline, I talk about it. I tell people, and on that Facebook groups, on those Facebook groups, that is where I sell my own. And why I'm not talking about it on my timeline is because people on my audience already know the things I do. They know me as the CEO of Somachi Bags. They also know me as an accountability coach. They know me as a writer. So I don't want to confuse my audience and then come up again and start telling them about recycling. So I intend opening a Facebook page for that. Like I told you that I started the business last year. All right. So I'm just giving you strategies I use in getting my own client. And that is why I said, irrespective of your location, you can actually sell, because the online space is a connector. All right. The online space is a place where you connect with people who will buy from you. But before people buy from you, they need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. And if you are the person that say, all this online thing, I know they post, I know they do this one, no shishi for you. You need to like it, you need to love it. And another thing again, we recycle gin. Let me show you. So if you are interested, I don't know which area you are interested in. This is a jean trousers. You know, we collected it. I talked to some people who have jean trousers they are not wearing again. I don't know if you can see. All right, this is a jean trouser. We turned into a warmer bag. All right, we made it into a warmer bag, and this bag will be sold for 6,000 naira because the material we use in making it is very, very thick and durable. All right, so that is why I said, see the inside. That's why I said you need to know the area you want to focus in or focus on. Okay, if you are a fashion designer, you can add um, recycling of jean, old jean clothes, jean shirts, jean trousers, jean skirts, you know, turn it into bags, make them into beautiful bags and sell. All right, there are different ways to make money. All right, different ways to make money. So, excuse me, like I was saying before, that you need to talk about it on the online space. All right, you need to talk about it on the online space. Talk about the things you are doing, leverage, collaborate with people. And that is where I talked about you need to collaborate with people. You can't do it alone. Nobody is an island. All right, you can't do it alone. So I don't know the area you are interested in. I don't know what challenge you are having, but I have promised I'm going to share the links of the Facebook, I think 2 Facebook groups that I'm in. I'll share the link for you. That is where you can have urgent market, no matter your location. And then the apps, you can also sell. You can also sell on the app. All right, I'll also share that with you. So what I want you to do is ask me your questions. Ask me your questions, whatever questions you have. For selling, you need to be shameless. You need to be shameless and strategic about it. All right. I also teach people how to position themselves on the online space and make money. I say I make bags, but I don't have a physical office because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have I'm a stay-at-home mom that has 2 kids. You know, I have to close up my physical shop to come to the house and start working. I also have people I train from my house, and all my clients are from the online space. All right. So these are things I have been doing over time, and I'll be willing to show you how to do the same if you are ready to take this business serious. So drop your questions. I don't know if you've got value so far. Drop your questions. I'll be taking questions now. Sally, I don't know if you can still hear me. Someone is asking on the WhatsApp group if I'm on portfolio 9. Yes, sachet water can be recycled. Electricals, pure water sachet can be recycled. Yes. Yes, you can source for pure water sachet nylon and sell them. That one too is in high demand. Oh, sorry about the network. Sorry about the network. Sorry about the network. I'll be leaving the replay. I'll be leaving the replay for like 2 days before I take it down, because I only want to work with people who are serious. I don't like dealing with unserious people. We are over 50 something on that group, and only 9 or 11 people joined. How many of the PET bottles make a kilo? You can't really quantify, because sometimes you have over 20 or 30, depending on the size of the PET bottle. Okay. Another thing, for you to get the weight, for the to get the how do I explain it now? To get the PET bottle to weigh more, you need to compress them, and that's where you need a compressing machine. But to get that compressing machine is about 10 million, 10 million, 15, 20 million. And I'm sure you're not ready for that kind of investment. So there are areas, there are places they do this. So what we do, all right, what we do, if there are people who need the compressed ones, there are some people in not far from where I stay that have the machine. Okay, so we have this collaboration, this understanding that, okay, we have these PET bottles, you're going to help us to compress it for a certain fee. All right. Sometimes they do it for free. Sometimes we pay them, or we fill their diesel machine. All right. We fill their machine with diesel. So if there are companies that need the compressed ones, you need to go look for people who have a compressing machine and give them. All right. So you can't really tell that, okay, 30 bottles is 1 kilo. You can't really tell most times. So you have to wait. Okay. Madam Joy says, I'm trying to read your question. The bottle you bought oil with can be washed and sold, yes. And even if you did not wash it, there are people who buy those ones too. Okay, you can also sell them like that. But if you want, there are some people who demand for the washed ones. Those are the ones that have been grinded. You know, even the cover of those PET bottles can be grinded. Like I said, they are sold differently. There are people who come and say they need blue color. There are some who will tell you they need red colors. There are some who will come and tell you they need white colors. There are different demands. All right, there are different demands. You just need to position yourself, you know, and make known the one you have, available. All right. I don't know if there are any other questions. If there are any other questions, and if you want to, and if you, someone is asking if I am on portfolio 9. Yes, I'm on portfolio 9, and diaper nylons too can be recycled. Yes. Yes. So, most importantly, if you want to thrive in whatever you do, you need to do it well and be known for it. All right. It all comes from being intentional. It all comes from being intentional. There was a class I did last year. There was a class I hosted last year. Okay, you're asking for jean wears. Jean trousers. Yes, I said, I don't know if you heard when I said I am a bag. I am the CEO of Somachi Bags. Okay. We design bags, handbags, travel bags, school bags, laptop bags, any kind of bag. Okay. So, and there's a need I found out about recycling jean clothes. All right. So instead of you to throw your old jean or you start burning them and destroying the ozone layer, I get those jeans from you and I turn it into bags. I turn them into bags and I sell. I'm going to drop some of the pictures, some of the projects we've done, some of the bags we've done. Okay. So if you're interested in learning how to do that too, you're going to reach out to me. All right. Like I said, this class is just to, you know, open your eyes to possibilities and let you know that there are things that you are allowing to, to waste, and instead of that you can make money from it. All right, like I was saying before, I said I did a training on planning. All right, I I the class was held in December 17th, I guess. We did that class December 17th. So I taught my students how to plan, how to organize themselves. So if you want to start this thing, you need to plan yourself. You need to be strategic. You need to be intentional. You need to tell yourself, this is what I want to do. This is the goal I want to achieve. How long do you want to take to get the number of bottles, maybe 1 kilo, 1 ton? If you really want to make money in this business, you need to save it up and make sure it is up to a ton. Let's say you have those nylon 350 per kg, and you have up to 1 ton. 1 ton is 100 kilos. 100 kilos make 1 ton. And then you sell that ton. 350 times 100 is how much? That's about 300,000 or 350,000. That's a lot of money. All right. And you can, if you have the money to start, you can start buying those cartons, 60 naira per kg. Buy some today, you buy 40 kg, tomorrow you buy 50 kg. You are buying them and you are keeping them. All right, and you get it to 1 ton. All right, you get it to 1 ton. So if you are interested in learning how to, maybe go into that, you're a fashion designer, you want to learn how to make bags from jean or any of all those things, you ask me questions. I'm willing to, guide you on how to go about it. Yes, you're asking if pieces of materials, fabrics from tailor shop can be recycled. Yes, I'm going to show you bags I made from those materials. I forgot to also mention to you that I collaborate with tailors and carpenters. Okay, I collaborate with tailors and carpenters. I actually have a program I run for teenagers offline. Okay, teenagers between 13 to 19. Okay, I empower them. I teach them bag. We train them for free for 2 years, and then we help them set up their own business. The goal is to make these teenagers CEOs before their age of 20. It's a vision God gave me. All right, and I've helped a number of teenagers to start up their own business. So I have also taught them how to collaborate with tailors and carpenters. So all those fabrics the carpenters use in making chairs that are remaining, will get them pieced together and make beautiful bags and sell. All right, so you don't have any excuse that I don't have capital to start my own, and there's no money, I don't have helper. Enough of those excuses. You can actually become who you want to become when you have that mindset. All right, you need to be intentional about what you want and go for it. All right, and that is what I do. My own is to let you know that this thing is possible and you can actually do it. All right. Okay, and Sunday is asking, can all these waterproof bags we use for buying and selling be recycled? Waterproof bags. You mean the black ones? They can also be recycled. I really don't. I'm really not interested in those ones. Any nylon you know that is elastic in nature, when you draw it is elastic in nature, yes, it can be recycled. Vivian says she has been giving out bottle nylon. Okay, yes, we can sell it. Who and where are we selling them to? Selling which one in particular? Which one in particular are you selling? There are companies that need them. Okay, there are companies that need them, and that is why I said For those recycling items, I'll drop the link of the 2 Facebook groups I belong to and the 2 apps you can download. And now it now depends on your area for those apps. All right. When you upload your information on those apps, you let them know the material you want to recycle. I think the 2 apps, one is only for PET bottles, and the other one, I think they get eco butter. Eco butter, they get what's it called? Paper, carton, whatever from you. All right. I said I am not. I use the online space. I leverage Facebook. I use Facebook to sell my own. As I sell on that Facebook group. So I'm going to share those Facebook group links with you on the WhatsApp group. All right. It said, what bottle nylon? That packet, when you buy a pack of bottled water, all right, when you buy a pack of bottled water, that nylon that is used to seal it up is sold, is recycled too, is bought, is high in demand. Okay. Paper and carton, are they in the same category? I actually developed interest in the paper stuff last December. Paper and carton is different though. That paper on old school books, you can go to schools. Okay, question papers, textbooks that they are not using, those ones too. Those ones are different from cartons. All right, you source from cartons from provision stores, supermarkets. That is where you get your cartons from. So carton, selling of carton is different. People who buy cartons, there are some companies that buy carton, they also buy those papers. All right, so that paper too is money. It's serious money, and they buy it. I'm not into papers, but I'm looking at going into it maybe later this year. But I am just focused on the PET bottles and the nylon. All right. So I was saying something about strategic planning. Plan yourself. Okay. I shared with you that I need to leverage. You now know that you can make money from this waste. You need to plan yourself. How do you go about it? For me, like I said, I'm an expectant mother. All right. So I don't go out to source. Before, when I started, I do go out, and sometimes by the time I come back, the sun is heavy and it's disturbing me, and with my health and everything. So I had to re-strategize, and that was how I started leveraging with people. Leveraging on people, asking people to keep it for me. And the little children, they are very excited doing it. You give them 30 naira, 15 naira per kg. They are helping you. You are just at home getting those things from them. You don't need to go out and be doing the whole work, So plan yourself. What is your target? What is your goal? How many kilos you want to be getting daily? You need to plan it. Write it down. Also, the Bible said, write the vision down. Whatever you want, you can write it down. I want to make some amount from this business. You want to make 500,000 in 6 months or in 3 months. How many kilos will you sell to make that amount? You need to write it down. So I can also guide you on how to go about that. If you want to really hit a goal, write your vision. What are your plans for this business? Are there people you want to reach out to? Are there people you want to work with? Write them down. All right. And my sincerest prayer is that God will establish you. God will prosper whatever you are working on. Okay. Whatever dreams you have, whatever expansion you desire, God will increase it. God will breathe upon it, and God will help you. Send people that will work with you. You can't work with everybody. There are people who will work with you, who will support you. My prayer is that as you begin to discuss with people, begin to tell them, they will key into your ideas. They will support you. with all their hearts. As it worked for me, it's going to work for you. These are my prayers for you in Jesus' name. And do well to ask questions on the WhatsApp group. Drop your questions in any area you would want me to guide you through. I'll be willing to give you my support. And if I'm not online, no verse, so no verse, because I lost my mom last month, and I'm actually, preparing for her burial. So it's really been heavy. I'm just trying to, get over it. The shock has really been heavy on me. So if you drop a message and I don't reply immediately, don't get angry, because this is a mourning period for me. But I'm really trying to, survive the period. It is well with you, and I pray that God will see us through. Apart from jean, can old clothes be recycled? Yes, if the clothes is not jaga jaga. It's not because we say recycle things, you go and get condemned clothes. You make sure that the clothes will still, stand test of time. So thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yes, ask me your questions on the group. Yes, Gabriel Joy, you can come back to the lecture. I will leave the replay till about 2 or 3 days. Yeah. So let's meet on the WhatsApp group. All right. God bless you. I love you. Mwah. Good night. Bye.